All right, so we're live. I just need to find the old link ski so I can share this. Put it on my YouTube page. Well, it's there. That's good. That's a good thing.
That's a positive.
That is.
Did you have it on your
there we go. View on YouTube was the thing I was looking for.
If you put it on your Twitter, I'll retweet.
I will. Good thing I haven't started recording this shit yet.
It says you're live.
There we go. View on YouTube. I just heard myself. So yes.
I
will. This is so weird. I can hear myself talking to you.
Recording this shit yet.
It says you're live.
There we go. View on YouTube. I just heard myself. So yes.
I hear a delay too.
Oh, I hate it. All right. Well, we're live. Thanks to the people who are listening. No one's listening yet. I mean, we're not. I haven't put the link out yet, so no one's listening to it yet. But welcome, one and all. You can get a look behind the curtain here. All right. Nope, that's not gonna work.
Oh shit.
We're live, Dave. Can you watch your potty mouth?
Is shit really that bad though?
Nah, it's fine. But there might be kids watching this.
So I shouldn't drink this big glass of vodka?
Oh my goodness. Now we're just going crazy.
It's probably extra reason to now.
Yeah, I think I have no choice now.
I'm going to delete the tweet that said we're not live streaming.
I already liked it though. You can't delete it.
I hate you so much.
Just quote tweeted and say JK.
Podcast falling apart.
I'm gonna quote tweet it now and be like, I don't know. Never mind. I have nothing clever to say.
Jake's fake news.
Yeah, I have nothing clever to say. I'll just leave it.
I thought I tweeted it out. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm tweeting it from my desktop.
You want me to tweet it out from the account?
Yeah, you can tweet it from the account too. Tyler, I just tweeted it out. So I tagged you in it, so if you want to retweet it, you can.
There.
Oh my god, look at this. We got so much action already. 2 retweets and 1 like. Oh my god,
wow.
People are all over this episode, guys.
I know. And I'm like, actually, you got 1 retweet.
Oh, well, it said 2.
All the action on there's me.
If anybody wants to watch, we're here. We're all in here. 0 eyes, but it's okay. It's all right.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. Well, we're good to go. So I'll do a little test, and then we can hop on. All right. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Tyler.
Test. Check.
Dave.
Testing 1 2.
Mr. Pro Mike over here coming in loud and clear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have to lower you guys a little bit because you're now. Ever since I set this up new, it's far too loud.
Test. Check. Dave. Testing 1 2.
Beautiful. Just dynamite.
Honestly, should we just call it a day? I mean, that sounds like a great pod to me.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Definitely.
Thanks so much for joining us. Shortest pod ever with Tyler Salk.
I'm happy to be here, guys. I enjoyed my time.
Told Steve Scott, good friend, to go watch. We're live now. Oh, we got 1 eye. We got an eye. We got a viewer, folks. Be sure to leave comments if you're watching, so we know who is watching.
See, before
it was Emily, so we really don't have any viewers.
Like Jake in Twitter DMs, we've had a few conversations about community with no real viewers, like how you're saying it's like a meta thing, like how Abed would love.
Oh, somebody else is on now because Emily did leave. So we do have 1 unique eye on this.
Is it Dave?
I don't think it's Dave.
It's not me.
There we go.
All right, so we should be good to go. I'll just drop the theme music and we'll roll right in. Oh dear Lord. Okay. This is peek behind the curtain. Nobody sees this. Nobody sees this part of crossing state lines. We don't see it. All right. Let's do this. 3, 2. Welcome back in to Crossing State Lines. I am Jake, joined as always by my dear co-host with the Comos out in Stoneham, Massachusetts. It's the mayor, the leader, the legend, Dave Albiani. Dave, what is going on?
Not much. We've had a good stretch of days here because things are starting to open back up. The weather's been good. Sports is looking like it's going to come back next month, maybe the month after, but we have end in sight. Like we have the end of the quarantine in sight. So it's been a good little patch we got here.
Absolutely. It's been a good recovery session for us here in the New England area. And Dave, we are back for one of our favorite recurring segments here on the podcast. We're doing a little grab bag action. We're actually live on YouTube right now via StreamYard. Just too many viewers to keep up with. I think the thing is broken. We have so many. But anyway, we are joined, as we are for pretty much every grab bag we do, except for the first one. We have a guest on to chat with us about whatever questions we have that come up. And we are joined this time by a good friend of ours. We've appeared on his program before. He's been nice enough to have us on there. Tyler Salk. He's the associate producer of the Gene Valicente show on WPRO, and he's a host on 990 WBOB. What's going on, Tyler?
Not much, guys. It's weird to be with you instead of having you with me.
I know, it's strange.
Because, if you want something funny, this is to Jake. You were like the first guest that I booked that wasn't like, oh, hey, let me just find like one of my friends who be a guest, somebody like with a legitimate title. And now here I am with a semi-legitimate title that's partially made up on your show.
Hey,
your title wasn't made up, but
whatever you can get, it's all about.
I make my own titles, so
it's all about getting your name out there.
Exactly.
I'll tell you. But yes, so we're live. We're talking. We do a little grab bag action. Grab bag's pretty simple. All it is we're gonna ask questions to each other, open-ended, pretty much usually open-ended. We had a couple submitted ones. We'll get to those. So what we usually do is we number them 1 through whatever we have. We go around saying pick a number. We answer the question. We do the next question, and then we just end it. That's pretty much how grab bags go. So without further ado, Tyler, you're the guest, so you can pick a number on Dave's list between 1 and how many do you have, Dave?
Let's just do 15. I'll pick the best 15.
All right. Between 1 and 15.
Let's go with 6.
All right.
I like the smile. This is going to be a great question. Like, I feel like this is the one where you're like, hopefully he doesn't pick number 6 before you even ask.
Number 6, I had it's like its own category. I have like 12 sub questions underneath.
There we go.
So I figured I'd start off a little bit different here, Jake. We haven't done this recently. I'm gonna give everyone 4 choices, and you have to pick one thing to get rid of.
Okay.
How's that? All right. So first group, we're gonna go breakfast. So you guys have eggs, pancakes, waffles, and French toast. Which one hits the road?
Eggs.
Waffles.
Eggs? What the hell? Eggs are nutritious. Breakfast.
Waffles are the best breakfast food.
Yeah, but no, think about how versatile eggs are. We're sure you can make pancakes and waffles and French toast, all versatile. But eggs, you could make an omelet. You could put any vegetable in there, like how Dave said, nutrition right there. Yeah, you could put fruit on all the syrupy stuff, but maple syrup, as much as I like it, it's not doing me any favors, guys. Oh, it's doing me some, but not long term, short term.
It's delicious. I have to go French toast here. I mean, pancakes and waffles to me are very similar. They're just kind of the batter of waffles is just maybe a little bit different. And I can't get rid of eggs. Eggs are too good. I mean, you can have burritos with them. You can have omelets. You can have a bunch of different ways of cooking them. Over easy, scrambled. Hard-boiled eggs, whatever. So versatile.
Whatever. What's next?
All right. Okay, so the next one is steak, bacon, ribs, or sausage. What hits the road?
Sausage.
Steak, bacon, ribs, or... Well, I only eat one of those things.
You only eat steak?
What's wrong with you?
Eat steak.
You don't eat bacon?
I actually don't like bacon at all.
Oh!
I'm not a fan.
Are you trying to like build the following of this
I know.
podcast right here, and you're just coming out like right off the second question? Oh yeah, I don't like bacon.
I know it's gonna piss off Emily, but I'm probably gonna get rid of sausage just because I hate the skin.
Okay.
At least the other things don't have skin.
I can see that.
For me, like bacon, it's bacon. It's like if I'm picking 3 foods to eat over and over and over again, bacon's in there. Steak's also in there, right? You have 2 amazing foods right on that list. And then ribs, it has to be good ribs, right? Give me a good barbecue sauce on there. I'm taking that any day. But sausage, like, it's good, but it's not all-star level good.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with sausage as well. I think it's an easy one for me. Steak is the easy one. You keep that automatically. Steak's so damn good.
Bacon too. That's automatic in my eyes.
Oh yeah, bacon's very versatile as well.
Burgers, they go with eggs. Maybe that's why Jake wants to get rid of eggs. The whole bacon and eggs combo, he just has nothing to do with it.
I know. I'm a little. So he doesn't want sausage and he doesn't want bacon. So he just takes eggs with what? Canadian bacon?
I'll tell you what. First of all, smartasses. I get the egg with the French toast. I'm thinking it's galaxy brain take. I don't need the eggs. I've already got the eggs and the French toast.
By that logic, you get eggs with chicken cutlets, though, too.
Not really, though, because the eggs are very much more integral to the French toast than cooking eggs with everything else.
How do you think the bread comes in on the chicken cutlets?
I understand that. I have made chicken cutlets. Contrary to popular belief, I have actually cooked before. But eggs, it just doesn't. Also, I love maple syrup, and you cannot put maple syrup on eggs unless you want it to taste terrible.
Yes, you can. Yes, it tastes fine.
Would you
they actually taste delicious with maple syrup.
That sounds absolutely repulsive. I would not.
See, the thing is though, like if we're talking scrambled eggs, right? Like I'm not talking over easy here. They have such little flavor. I'm not a ketchup on eggs guy. Ketchup's not plural. But like it just makes it perfect with syrup. Throw a little bit on there. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey, do you have any syrup for my eggs? But if it's on the same plate and it mixes, I'm not mad.
Yeah, I'm with that exactly. That's the exact same way I feel.
I just realized I was still in the Google Hangouts call. I was the only person there. Realized I didn't X that out. But you wonder why this goes so long, Tyler. We're on the first question.
I'm having fun.
This is why it takes forever.
I'll do the next ones in rapid fire. Quick answer.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. I'll only do 3 more. I'll do 3 more.
All right.
Okay, so Super Bowl, March Madness, NBA Finals, or NHL playoffs?
NHL playoffs.
March Madness.
Oh, right through my heart.
Yeah, you might as well just launch Dave out that window. You might as well defend it.
That's my favorite thing every year.
What was it? Honestly, I didn't even hear that. It was March Madness. Well, I didn't even hear the.
I got into such a rant on syrup. I forgot we were eliminating what we don't want. Go over them again. My bad. I was picking the one I want most. That's my bad.
So we got Super Bowl, March Madness, NBA Finals, or NHL playoffs.
NBA Finals.
NHL for me, and I love NHL playoffs.
Me too. I love them, but they're on the outside looking in. Sorry.
Yeah, it's easy. Okay, so next one we'll do. This is going quesadilla, burrito, nachos, or tacos.
Well, I don't eat any of those things. So
you don't like Mexican?
No, I mean nachos. Like I don't eat I don't actually. That's just chips and salsa, so I don't need nachos. So I'll defer to the person who eats normal food in this house, Emily. What are the 4 options again?
Nachos, burritos, tacos, or quesadillas.
One has to go. Nachos, burritos, tacos, or quesadillas. I'm guessing you'll say burrito. Taco? Really?
Taco for me. Taco for me.
Quesadilla any day. I love them all. Quesadillas got to go. They're so good, but like I want to taste more than just cheese is the thing. I love cheese, but I want more than just cheese. The rest offer so much. We're going rapid fire, though. You don't want to rant on a quesadilla because I like quesadillas a lot.
I love quesadillas.
You can see by my chubby cheese. I love all this stuff.
Food is delicious. It's great.
I mean,
right.
exactly.
Dave is also operating with a metabolism that's about 50 times faster than the normal person. So
I don't know about that.
Dave's like, I eat a large breadstick every day before I go to work out. And that powers me the rest of the day.
Jake knows I like my cinnamon sticks.
I know you do. Well, so do I. But only one of us you can tell.
All right, last one: cake, cookies, pie, or ice cream.
Pie.
Pie.
Yep, easy one.
No doubt about it. Not even.
All right. I'll cede the floor.
All right. So Tyler, pick a number between 1 and 10.
Let's go 3.
All right. Let me pull my list up here. Number 3. All right. So this is an open-ended question. This is one that I had an idea of, like, maybe we should do a whole podcast about it, but I don't know if it has the legs for a whole podcast. So I think it's a good discussion topic. What are the best? And we might have discussed this before already on the show. I'm not sure. What are the best cable movies? So you're just strolling through cable and you see this movie on and you're like, all right, well, that's the rest. Like, it's similar to the Shawshank term where you're hooked by this movie. But for me, it's different because it has to be a movie that there isn't a lot of swearing or violence because you don't want to see it cut out on cable. So there needs to be some sort of, maybe not like a hard PG-13 type deal or something like that. So the ones I wrote down, I mean, for me, Jurassic Park is clearly my number one for that because there really isn't any swearing in Jurassic Park save for one big pile of shit line. And the violence is pretty tempered for the most part. So they really don't have to cut out anything in that regard. What? You have it? No. Okay. No family has a suggestion for a movie. But I also put Dumb and Dumber on here. Not a lot of explicit language that needs to be censored in that movie either. Trying to think of other ones that I see on TV. Tommy Boy is one of them. If I see Tommy Boy on, I gotta watch it. So I'm anxious to hear what you guys say. So what are some of the best cable movies that you see it on TV and you're hooked?
So I would definitely agree with Dumb and Dumber, right? Whenever that's on Comedy Central, it's like, okay, well, I know what I'm doing this Saturday. But I'm going to disagree. Like, it definitely ruins it a little bit when there's swearing and vulgarity in a movie. But if Step Brothers is ever on, is there anybody in their right mind who's passing out and watching that? Because I don't have cable anymore. I moved out of my parents' place probably 7 months ago now, only 24. So, it's been a while, but I remember it was like, oh, Step Brothers is on TBS, and an hour later it's on Comedy Central, and then an hour after, like, just go to FX. It's like right there, and I'm not mad. Ever.
See,
that's a good one.
Before you chime in, Dave, I do disagree. I mean, I do watch Step Brothers, but it's on TV, but it just is not the same. It's just not the same.
It's not the same, but like you get like it's that Catalina wine mixer with no F-bombs in there, and it's not the same. You're right.
I mean, there is a small element of comedy in there when it's like, it's the freaking Catalina wine mix. It's the freaking Catalina. It's the freaking.
But see, you've watched it. That means you've watched it. You've watched it time and time again on cable. If you know it's the frickin' instead of
that was before it was on Netflix. I would watch it on TV because I didn't want to break out the DVDs. But by the way, before you go on, Dave, Emily wanted to say that Elf was one of her picks, which is true. Even now, if Elf was on TV now, I would probably stop and watch it. It's that good of a movie.
Elf is a good one. What about The Dark Knight? That's on a lot, and there's not really any scenes that get cut out.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. That is one that really gets you. I mean, Winter Soldier is one of them. That's another one.
Civil War.
Civil War. We've been hooked on that so many times going through, like, there's nothing else on. It's like, all right, well, Winter Soldier's on. Just put that on. Guardians of the Galaxy has been like that recently.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is a great one. There's a couple of lines they have to censor in that, but for the most part, it's pretty much as it was.
Yeah, and then I think maybe that's off the top of my head. That's the only ones I can think of because a lot of them, like you said, swearing, violence. I mean, John Wick is on Paramount a lot now, and I don't think they cut out that much because there's not a lot of swearing. There is a lot of violence, obviously, though.
Right. Yep. So that's cable movie. So Tyler, you have how many? You have what? 5 questions?
5 of them. Yep.
All right. So let's go with. I'll pick this one. Dave can do the next one. How about number? Let's go number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so we're all media guys. Favorite interview that you've had in your media career?
Michael Holley, no doubt. Michael Holley is a fantastic interview.
He's just such a nice guy. I would say Christopher Price. He was the nicest guy I've ever talked to, I think.
So I'm going to go silver medalist. She went to Brown Winter Olympics. Lauren Gibbs. I had her like 2 weeks before going to Pyeongchang, and like to be able to be like, oh, hey, like I have her phone number now, and she just won a silver medal. Really good, and a great story from that one. Lauren Gibbs, Lauren G. I had gone on a few dates with a girl named Lauren G. Not going to give the last name here. And so I meant to text the Olympian to come back on the show like a few weeks later. And I texted the wrong one, and like it didn't work out with this girl. We got along. But how good of a power move is it to be like, oh, my bad. I meant to text an Olympian also named Lauren. Like, get away from me.
That's tough. And who's the other? Oh, was there 2 you said, or was there only 1?
Just if you have a second one, go for it. But I just favorite.
I'm trying to think. No, I mean, Michael Holley was the one that came to mind first. He's definitely.
Why Holley?
Love Michael Holley. He's great. Over at that was when he was still at WEEI.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put them on all the time. I'm trying to get them.
You struggle with your glasses?
What was it?
You struggling with your glasses?
A little bit. I'm not used to wearing them. What can I say? I'll do them like this, like I'm in disbelief about something you said, and I'm like, really?
But you'll like just keep pulling him off like every few seconds. Like
I'm getting used to the fact that people are. Well, I would say people are watching, but they're not. Anyway, Dave, it's back to you. How about we go with number 10?
Number 10. All right. Would you rather be a world-class chef or a world-class musician?
Oh, that's tough. I'd probably go chef.
Same. Because if I'm a musician, I can't sleep in my own bed. I'm going to be on tour.
That's
right. I want my own bed.
I guess.
And you can make yourself meals. Like musicians, like I'm sure after a while you probably don't want to hear your music.
See, here's a question though. If I'm a world-class chef, does that mean I have a world-class cleanup crew, or am I doing it myself?
If you're a world-class chef, I'm guessing you have enough money that people can clean it up for you.
Then definitely chef. If I have to clean it up, like I'm considering sleeping in a different bed.
Yeah, I would probably. I'm just gonna go with chef, just because. Like, and I guess the only thing is, there's probably a lot more fame associated with musicians than there is with chefs. I mean, there's a lot of famous chefs, but there's like 20,000 times more famous musicians. So I mean, if you're looking for fame and fortune, there's probably fortune associated with both, just because you're world class. But in terms of fame and stuff like that, if you want that, you're probably gonna want to lean more musician. But I would probably go with chef for the same reason Dave said. I could cook a lot of great stuff for myself and for Emily. That's why.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine the meals, the dinners you'd have?
I would cook the best chicken parm ever. It'd be just incredible chicken parm.
So where do you think your friends would try to use you more though? Like to get like concert tickets, or to get free food?
Free food.
Well, in today's day and age, I don't think anyone's getting free concert tickets at the moment. So
you're gonna get used no matter what. That's the thing.
That's true.
I'd rather get used in my own bed.
I guess. I guess.
That's one way to look at it.
All right. So, Dave, why don't you pick a number between 1 and 10, but not 3?
Not 3? That's what I was gonna pick. I'll take 1.
Number 1. So, Dave, this is inspired by our conversation yesterday with friends of the podcast, Jake Levin and Brandon Maxwell. What are the best places for a beer? What's the best place to enjoy a beer?
That was on my list too.
Damn, I knew it would be. We work on the same wavelength, Dave, so I knew it would be.
This one's, to me, obviously number 1 is free beer. Like a free beer is number one.
Well, technically it doesn't count because it's not a plate.
It could be a location.
It can be anywhere though. That's
Unless
the
it's
thing.
the free
It can be
beer store
located anywhere.
or my fridge when you're eating. I don't think it really qualifies. But
Okay, the top non-free beer, I would say, I would probably say shower beer or porch beer. Those are two of my favorites.
ooh, porch beer is a good one. Porch beer is a good one. I think Brandon said beach beer, which I'm not really too hot on, just because like there's sand and there's wet and there's just like discomfort and sun. And the last thing I want to drink in that moment is like a beer that's going to be warm in 3 minutes. So unless I'm chugging it down, I'm not really in favor of that. But I shower beer, I'll admit I've never done that before in my life. Might have to give it a shot though if it comes highly recommended. But porch beer, that's a good one. I think a nice cookout beer is good.
Bonfire beer.
Bonfire beer. Nothing really beats that. For me, it's sitting at a bar and drinking beer from a tap. That's me. That's my favorite beer to drink.
So I don't think there's a wrong answer. I haven't tried a shower beer. I'm with Jake there, but I feel like if you're going to shotgun one, that's probably the place you could least worry about making a mess. Is the thing, like, good luck having something in the shower to puncture the can with. But
I'm sorry. For some reason, I just had the image of you shotgunning a beer in the shower. Is that something you've done, Dave? Have you shotgunned a beer in the shower?
I have never shotgunned a beer in the shower.
Yet he's thinking about it now. Like I can see it in his face. Golf course isn't a bad place.
Ooh, yeah. Golf course is like beach though, where like I've actually done that. I've drank way more at a golf course than I have at a beach. But it's another case of like you get out of the cart and you're golfing and then you putt and all this stuff, and then by the time you get back to the beer, unless you have it with you and it's between your legs while you're putting, it's gonna get like really warm, and that's a dangerous game to play. But if you can keep it cold or get it down fast enough, that golf course beer that is tough to beat. I mean,
it's all about the speed, right?
Oh yeah, it's all about speed. It's all about the speed, need for speed in the beer drinking game. So yeah, any other places you're itching to get out there?
I think I named my top 5. I mean, I would say there's a couple other ones that are nice.
I love how shower was like number 1 though.
Oh shit! Because you have the hot water and the steam, and you have like the ice cold beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a good combo. So like you're refreshing yourself while you shower.
Okay.
It's a crisp feeling. It's crisp. You just gotta put it on the top shelf because if you hold it low, then the water gets in it.
Fair enough.
That's true. I also like a good game night beer. We gotta love game night beer. That was always fun too.
Weekend beers, obviously, that's kind of like a given because a lot of people don't drink beers during the week. But weekend beers are very good.
Yep. Yeah, that's weekend beers. No, not really beat those.
So could we say though, while we're on this topic, the ballpark or stadium beer is the most overrated because you're spending $12 to not feel anything?
And it's watered down.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Our buddy Jake Levin said ballpark beer, and I was like, not so fast. I'm
not
out.
Unless they're sneaking beers in.
Yeah, unless I smuggled in the beer and I have that satisfaction of taking money out of let's call it
Craft's pocket or whatever.
Let's call it Penway Fark, just a random fake ballpark. If I take money out of their hands by doing that, but good luck trying to get that in. Anyway,
in Select Jadium, maybe.
In Select Jadium, yes, and the GD Tartan.
Yeah, of course. I'm a big fan of the GD Tartan.
The GD Tartan. We love the GD Tartan. Anyway, so that was just my question. That brings us to Tyler. So Dave, want to pick a number between 1 and 5 for Mr. Salk?
Not 2.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, this is actually a great one. Stupidest thing you've done lately.
Stupidest thing I've done lately.
Could I start?
I got a good one.
Could I start with this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this morning, right, I get home from my first work shift of the day, crazy day of work, and there's a spider on the ceiling, kind of in the corner above the window. I have no way to get to it other than climbing on a chair. So I end up like getting up there. Oh, I don't have a tissue. I get up there fine the first time, get a tissue, go back up. Chair goes toppling over. My hand knocks over a part of the curtain. I have to call the maintenance guy. And I don't know if it was my knee or the chair, but there's a dent in my wall right now.
Oh boy.
I'm fine. Thanks
good.
for asking. But you want to know the best news is
important
after. So I'm recording it on Snap for like everybody who I have streaks with. Like, oh, I'm gonna kill this spider. Instead, I have video of I didn't save it of me falling off the chair, and I sent it every like great moment. And I went back up a third time, and guess who got the spider?
Well, third time.
Champ.
As they say.
I know. Ooh.
Dave.
All right, so the other day I was running, and
Brag.
my shoes.
Brag.
Are,
I was on mile 15.
my shoes are the laces are really long, so I double knot them and put them in my shoes.
Okay. Wow.
And I was running, and the school that's near me, I run through the back to cut through, like, so I don't have to run on Main Street as much with the traffic. And there's like a ramp, and for some reason my shoelaces got loose from my shoe, and I was on sand, and I stepped on my laces and slid all the way down the ramp, and landed and I got a big cut on my thumb and gashed my my knees and ripped my shirt, and my phone screen had a crack in it on the cover.
This is a good question.
And all I could think about was when I was laying there was, man, I really hope there's no kids watching me.
Oh, that's always the first thought.
Yeah.
That's always the first thought. Can you think of anything? I'm trying to think of something lately. I know there's something, but for some reason I'm blanking. In that stead, I'll say a story that I'm sure I've told on this podcast before, but I know Tyler's never heard it. And that when I was in high school, I fell asleep on the treadmill.
That's literally still one of the hardest things. I can't even believe that.
I was doing a cool down, and I was like just slowly walking, and I put my head down I must have been very tired, put my head down for like a minute or two, and next thing I knew, I was sliding off the treadmill. And I also heard my mother shouting, because she was there. Remember, this is high school. I couldn't drive yet. I was like a freshman. So she's like, oh my God, Jake. And I'm like, okay, please, first of all, stop, because this is embarrassing. Enough already. I don't need attention called to me. And the gym was like literally within shouting distance of my high school. So there's a potential that either teachers or fellow students were there. So I wasn't a fan of that. But you know what? If I think of something else, I'll let you guys know, because I'm sure there's enough stuff that's happened in the past week or two.
I can't believe you fell asleep on a treadmill. That's just it's hilarious. It's hard to believe.
At least if it happened like 5 years after it happened, I don't know what year, but the chances that would have been recorded
are high.
They're very high.
Yeah, even if it was
you just made it.
Yeah, and like somebody Snapchat doing something else, and then they see me, and next thing I know, I'm on Barstool with 80,000 views. Like when Mondays hit, and then I'm just on the ground. All right, so Dave, we're back to you. Tyler, you want to pick a number?
To 20 it is, right?
Yeah,
15,
20,
right?
yeah. Well, yeah, I can pick if we run out.
Okay, let's go 18.
18? Okay.
18.
Going off the rails.
If you could pick any TV show to work behind the scenes on, what TV show would it be?
Current or anytime?
Anytime. Mine would be Impractical Jokers. I think that would be hilarious to work on that set. I feel like each day would be a new thing.
I feel like Breaking Bad would be a real laugh riot.
I mean, I got to go with The Office, personally. Like, it's my show.
It is also my show. I am personally trying to think of my top five. I honestly, and I'm not just saying this because Emily is next to me, and I'm not saying this just to be a contrarian, but I'd probably go Parks and Rec. I feel like that was a really fun set to be on with all those people. Like, I'm not saying The Office wasn't fun. I'm just saying it's probably like just as fun or more fun on the Parks and Rec set. So
Jake.
I'll probably go with that, even though it's not like, one of my either that one or actually it's either that one or It's Always Sunny. I feel like It's Always Sunny is a riot.
Oh, It's Always Sunny would be hilarious too.
See, I feel like though Danny DeVito, as much as we love him, like spending hour after hour with Danny DeVito would drive you nuts.
I don't know. Danny DeVito's the man.
He is. He's a man, but I feel like that would be in short dosages.
That's the
Doses.
The rough thing about being live on YouTube is that I just slashed my leg under the table and people saw my reaction to it.
That's the stupid thing you've done lately.
Boom, right there.
You have something.
Right there. Oh, that's true. I did hit my head on the bookshelf today, so there's that. But that's not exactly. I don't consider that all too stupid because that.
Do you have a bump or a cut?
I have a little mark, but that's about it. Anyway, so Tyler, you want to pick a number between 1 and 10?
Let's go 9.
9. All right, this one's from Mike Gilligan, good friend of our podcast. He's from Small State Big Takes. He's also from the Verbally Committed podcast, which just dropped its first episode this week. Gilly says, "What is your favorite sports jersey you've owned and why?"
Mine would be Vince Wilfork, the Super Bowl jersey from the last Super Bowl they played him. Because it had the MHK on it too.
Oh wow, that's right.
So, well, Jake, you and I are in Rhode Island. I might have to cross state lines, if you will.
Hey,
I'm gonna go.
Name of the show.
There we go. I'm gonna go Kurt Schilling, 2004 World Series patch jersey. So like right here in this area had like the 04 logo. Got a lot of use out of that one. And, you know, even though we were so young when that happened, we knew the magic of the 86 years before everything happened. Kurt Schilling, bloody sock year and everything. Just a cool jersey to have. Wish I still had it.
I would say mine is not nearly as meaningful as both yours, but mine's got to be my Roosevelt Colvin jersey. I love Roosevelt Colvin, and I've tweeted it like 4 or 5 times that I had his jersey and that I loved him, and he's liked it or retweeted it every time. I love that dude. I love him. He's a big Purdue fan, obviously, and he tweets about all that stuff too. I follow him. He's great. Love Roosevelt Colvin. If you're listening, I'm going to tag him in this grab bag. Swear to God, Roosevelt Colvin is the man. Love him. I don't know where that jersey went, but I wore it for a long time. I wore it a long time, as long as it could fit, which thankfully was a long time. But anyway, Dave, we are back to – no, I'm sorry, Tyler. It's you again. So let's go with question number 4.
Okay. So, again, we're all media people. I'm going to skip this one. We're having fun. This is a little bit too like of a touchy-feely type of one.
All right.
Do you mind if I move up the list one?
Sure.
Okay. Athlete or celebrity you'd most likely fanboy over if you met them?
Oh, that's a long list. That's a good question.
Can I say all of them?
I don't know how I feel about that. That's a good question, Tyler.
If you guys want a second to think, I'm going number 5, Nomar.
Wow.
Garcia Parra. See, we all remember that one. And I think you guys grew up in the Southern New England area, right? Nomar was a hero of every single one of us. And look, as you guys do, I have the media experience, right? I don't get phased in a locker room. If I'm watching a Dodgers broadcast, I'm like, oh my God, Nomar's on. This is great. Unrelated, sort of, I think Jerry Remy has lost his touch as a broadcaster when Don Orsillo left. I would love to see Nomar join the Nesson crew. Tell me that I would not think this anyway, but tell me that baseball is boring when you have Nomar in the booth every game. I'm probably going to jail for assault.
You know what? It would be, it's not, I mean, at least you have a good story for it, right?
Yeah. And I mean, let's be real. We all had a Nomar shirt. Every kid had that blue Nomar shirt with the red trimming. I remember because we were really young. I had a Nomar teddy bear. All the baseball cards, like just all the memories that came from Nomar are unreal. And let's not forget, had he kept up those numbers, that's a Hall of Famer, no question. He didn't keep them up, but dude was a monster.
Oh, man, this is still really tough.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say Kevin Garnett.
Wow.
I think Kevin Garnett, because even when I was younger, when he was on the Timberwolves, he was my favorite player. And I would say, I mean, if I went to like each sport, I mean, hockey would probably be Patrice Bergeron. I just like him a lot. It'd probably be Vince Wilfork for the Patriots or Devin McCourty, and it would probably be for the Red Sox. I don't know. I always kind of like Xander Bogaerts even before he came up, and Mookie Betts was the same way too because I followed them when they were coming up.
I would, you know what? I would do Mookie Betts. That's mine because I would meet him, and once I got the words out of my mouth, I would say, "You got screwed by the Red Sox. You're still we still love you in Red Sox Nation. We are on your side. And when you hit free agency after playing 30 games with the Dodgers, come back."
Yeah, and see, like the big thing for me is we've all been like in the locker rooms and whatnot. We've all had the access. Going back to Nomar though. Like he was so far before we had the access that it was like going to Kevin Garnett too. He was well before that where, you still look at him as that boyhood idol.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a point there. So Dave, I think it's back to you. Let's go with number 7.
Number 7. Okay. Would you rather give up movies at the theater and candy? So there's a combination, both of those, or TV shows and movie theater popcorn. So if you go to the theaters, you cannot have movie theater popcorn, but if you stay at home, you cannot have candy.
Oh, yeah, that's whatever. I won't have candy if I stay at home. That's what.
Yeah, I'm with Jake there.
You can't see TV shows, or if you stay at home with TV shows, you cannot have candy, and if you go to the movie theater, you cannot have movie theater popcorn.
So I can still watch TV shows, but I can't eat candy while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
but
fine.
you can't go to the movie theaters either.
Yeah.
It's a both thing.
Okay.
So I'm more of a TV guy than a movie guy, so that's an easy choice for me.
So yeah, the theater experience, I know people like hate on it a lot because it's a lot of money or whatever, but the theater experience is just awesome. Like for certain movies, like Invisible Man, like when you could hear the sound and like the waves going through your seat and like you're with everyone else, you have no idea what's coming. Like that feeling is like, that's why people like to go to the movies. And I don't know if I could give that up even without popcorn.
I guess I can figure out something else to bring as a snack, but I absolutely love movie theater popcorn. I don't know. That's a tough one. I still think I might still go the TV movie theater popcorn route.
Honestly, Jake, I thought you'd go right off the bat to that.
I think I might have to go with that just because I love movie theater popcorn so much. Hey, you remember the Snack It? It got so far.
I know it did. It did. It didn't beat sweet chili Doritos though. So
Dave knows that I love 2 things in life. I love movie theater popcorn and I love Jolly Ranchers.
The 16 seed making it all the way to the Elite 8 or whatever. Oh,
I thought you were gonna say you like sweet chili Doritos. I was gonna be like, wait, you like that, but you don't like bacon?
Oh no, yeah, I hate all of it. That was Dave's doing entirely. Anyway,
sweet chili Doritos are so good.
Who picked a number for me last time? Was it Dave or Tyler?
I think I did. I picked 9 last time.
Okay, then Dave, you guys pick a number now.
7.
7. This one is from Steve Scott.
God.
Steve says, he had a really good question that he asked. It had to do with music. So I was like, can we get one not about music so Dave can participate? And then, because Dave's not a huge music guy, as we know.
Understatement of the year.
So Steve asked, which superhero would be the best and the worst at social media?
I'm going to say the Hulk would probably be the worst because he would have trouble hitting a keyboard or the keys on his phone.
Okay. Well, I think Iron Man or Spider-Man would be pretty good with social media. Spider-Man's young. He's hip with it. And Iron Man just knows the right thing to say all the time. So I feel
what about Professor Hulk?
What was it?
What about because Hulk became Professor Hulk at the end?
That's
so
true.
like
I think Professor Hulk would be a fire Twitter follow.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I think Professor Hulk would probably be the best one.
He would be good. I think honestly, this might be a hot take, but follow me here. I think Captain America would be terrible at social media.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think he'd be the worst.
He's an old man. He's like 100-something years old. He doesn't know what to do with it. It's newfangled technology. He doesn't know what he's doing with it.
Yeah, I would pick him to be probably as the worst. Maybe I'm trying to think. I mean, unless we do Groot, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Groot would kind of just say the same thing over and over again. Rocky would be really good at it. I'd follow Gamora on Twitter. She'd probably be pretty good on Twitter. I mean, yeah, the whole Guardians team really would be. I think they would do a small state, big takes type deal where they would have the same account, just have emojis that kind of designated who was tweeting from the account. That'd be pretty cool. I would follow that for sure. So I think Captain America would be pretty bad. Hawkeye, I wouldn't really care about. I'd probably just post a bunch of like archery videos and shooting pigeons or something. I wouldn't be interested in that. I do like Hawkeye, but unfortunately, not going to happen. But it's a good question. I know we just did all Marvel characters. So if I was thinking DC wise, I feel like the Flash and Wonder Woman would be pretty good at social media. I don't think Batman would be. Batman would be the one that tweets like once, doesn't tweet again for like 4 years, then like retweets something, and then doesn't tweet again for like 3 more years.
You think Wonder Woman would be good though?
I think she'd be pretty good at it. Yeah.
Jake, let me ask you a question though.
Yes.
Are you talking about Batman, or like Abed being Batman? Because Abed is Batman.
That is true. I am talking about Batman for the record.
Okay.
For the record. That is a good clarification. Thank you. That's a good clarification. But all right, so Tyler, why don't you read one of yours?
Okay. Best memory made in lockdown.
Ooh, best memory made in lockdown. Dang. That's a good question.
So while you guys think, my roommate, who probably is hearing this right now and is going to start laughing in the background, he was in the camp of, I'm going to cut my own hair. And I advised against him, and he cut into his own hairline. It didn't turn out too good. So he realized it didn't turn out too good. So he did it again. It came out worse. At cutting into it 4 times, he ended up like shaving off like the sideburn area and just above it, but not like here. So it was like just this area on each side. Like it came out real bad. And I ended up having to shave his head, like completely bald.
Wow. That's the stuff of nightmares for some people.
See, I call it, which luckily we're like live right now. This was This was the before, like when it was really cut into like real bad. Like that's a bad hairline. He did it to himself. Dave, look up for a sec. Like this is like a really bad hairline. He did that to himself, and it ended up being.
Oh boy.
And like I ended up giving my barber a call. I was like, "Hey, do you want to like make $100 for doing a house call?" He got back to me too late, so I sent him a picture of the job that I did. He asked me to. He said I did an A+ job. So like, Jake, you look like you're due for a haircut. I'm due for a haircut, but if you're looking for a head shave, I've got barber approval. Like that's an A+ job.
Yeah, I don't think that people that I live with would be too happy about.
Did you ask?
A head shave. Emily? What do you about? Yeah, that's a no. That's a quick no from Emily. No, that's going to happen. I would say this isn't like a good memory, or this isn't like a, wow, what a fond moment. But Steve Scott, just the aforementioned Steve Scott, he and I do another podcast called The Elite 2. It's a Pokemon podcast, which dropping a new episode on Thursday. But anyway, we recorded our first episode the night that the NBA shut down. And I had to pause the recording to edit something. And the second I paused it, like all at the same time, Rudy Gobert got diagnosed with coronavirus. Tom Hanks and Rhea Wilson were diagnosed with coronavirus, and the NBA shut down. And like we had to record the rest of that episode knowing all that information, but not being able to say it because the episode wasn't going to come out for another month. So like, I don't know if you listen back to that Generation 1 episode, there might be a distinct moment where it's like we're talking all chipper and then it's like incredibly somber. I don't know. Maybe you can hear that in the audio, but anyway, that is the tea, as the kids say. But yeah, so that's mine. Dave, I don't know if you want to go.
I don't know if I have any like great moments. I've been pretty low key. Nothing really happening. I guess winning Jeopardy last week was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That was a big moment for us.
I'll go with that.
I heard. I didn't get to listen that Jake Levin kicked everybody's ass the first time around,
and the second time around.
Not everybody's. Mine and Steve's.
Well, I will say that's a good promo because tomorrow we'll be live again doing another Jeopardy rounds. Pop culture this time. It'll be Jake, Dave, and Steve back at it again, and I'll be hosting it. So we'll see if the playing field is leveled at that point. But, we'll find out. All right, so that was me. So it's back. I'm sorry. That was. Wait, is it?
Yeah, that was me.
That was you, right? Okay. So Dave, it's back to you. We probably have time for a couple more questions each of us. So, Dave, you can go ahead and pick one that you like.
Okay. Okay. Here's one. What is your all-time starting five in the NBA?
That is a very interesting question to ask because off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm gonna go purely off like favorite players. I'd probably start Stockton at point guard. I love John Stockton, always have. Got to put Kareem out there, definitely. Oh, sweet Jesus. If anybody wants to put forth some of their players while I'm thinking, they can.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I actually think I know mine.
Wow.
I do. I know mine too.
Jesus.
Yeah. I would go Magic Johnson at point guard.
Okay.
I would go Jordan at shooting guard. I would go LeBron at small forward. I would go. This is the tough one. I would go.
So hold on. So let me get this straight. So are you asking like our favorites or like just the all-time best?
No, like your all-time best that you can put together.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's how I take it.
You're pretty much taking the reins on this one. I mean, Magic Johnson, Jordan, LeBron.
Yeah, where I have those is my three, but
rather let's workshop it. So Dave, who's next?
I mean, I would say power forward. You're probably thinking between like Kareem, or maybe you go like a small four, like move LeBron to the four, and you put like Durant or Bird at the three.
I'm going Duncan.
Oh, come on now.
You can go Duncan.
I love Tim Duncan, but Kareem is a better player than him.
But you could even put Kareem at center.
You could, but then what about like Bill Russell?
I mean, there's a lot of great players.
So that would be my five. I would probably do Magic, Jordan, Kareem, and Bill Russell. That's my five.
I mean, people are gonna wonder why you left off Wilt too.
Wilt is that's the thing when you only have five guys.
Like, exactly. Yeah.
Wilt would be on the bench. So would Duncan. I don't know what to tell you. That's a hell of a bench. 100 points off the bench.
You could put me and him on the bench, and we'd still get 100 points off the bench because Wilt could score 100.
Yeah. You could put me on the court. No one would even know I was there.
I would go personally. I would probably go. Man, that's so tough. The five. I'm definitely going Russell, but I don't know the four. I don't know. It's probably between Bird and Kareem and I mean, you can even throw Karl Malone in there too.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's a lot of good fits there. I don't think I'd go Duncan. I know he's a top 10 player, but I don't think I'd go Duncan.
So who would be your center, Tyler?
Maybe Wilt, maybe Bill Russell, maybe Shaq. It's harder.
Fringe, yeah.
Shaq's my generation. I'm gonna go Shaq.
Okay, that's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah, just because he's my generation there.
Yeah, definitely. I get that. All right. So from my list, here's a good one that I think Tyler can really help us with, Dave, especially as an objective party. So Tyler.
Yes.
If they were to make a Crossing State Lines movie,
who
would play me and Dave?
Jake is fishing for one of these answers. He's fishing for one of these answers.
So,
hold on. Let me just to time out, Dave. I'm not thinking Noah Emmerich, all right? He's like in his 60s. That's not going to happen.
Okay,
unless you gauge him like Samuel L. and Captain Marvel, it's not going to happen. So
this guy might be 60 now, but because of the hair, you have a lot more energy, I think. But I might go Keanu because of the hair.
Oh, God, that's so nice of you. That's so nice.
Then Dave, move your hand.
By the time we're on episode 2000, it'll be me.
That's what I'm like. Rainn Wilson. No,
right. Hold on. But Tyler, Dave is right. I did ask this question for a reason. You're a big Office guy, right?
I knew you were gonna say this. I knew it.
Doesn't Dave kind of look like Pete?
You mean plop?
Yes, I'm sorry. Plop.
I can see it.
Thank you.
Like I'm not gonna go.
No. That's a no. He's being nice. That's a no.
No, he's nice.
Yeah, no. So it's like to say I'm not gonna come up with that on my own. But like now that it's been brought up, like sure.
Trust me. Watch season 9. You won't unsee it now.
So who plays me as like the special guest in
It's a good point.
Crossing State Lines?
Who plays? Wait. Who plays me?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we haven't cast Dave yet.
I thought we were putting him as plop.
Oh, I don't like that. What
star in Crossing State Lines.
I don't want plop.
Dave wants a star. Shit. How about Tom Holland? We'll make you Tom Holland. We'll give him a beard.
You guys know like actors and movies a lot more than I do. I will say that. So like you see me hesitating on this one, and it's like I only know so many people.
I'll take Tom Holland.
Okay,
right, we'll do a Tom Holland, Keanu Reeves vehicle.
Okay, so who plays one-time guest? Or I'm willing to do multiple times, so you know what I mean.
One-time guest Tyler Salk.
Oh, Jake just labeled me as a one-time guest, Dave. How about that?
Oh, one-time guest, right?
So far, so
far. Moment,
you're a one-time guest.
At the moment, you're a one-time.
Dave's like, you just call me plop. It is a one-time ordeal.
First time guest Tyler Salk. First time guest.
First time
guest. First time guest. Everybody watching, listening. Let's see. Dave, you're right. Dave and I do know actors.
You do. You do. You guys have the pop culture stuff down very well.
I feel like because you got to have somebody with a good voice.
Thank you.
Got a great radio voice. It's gotta be somebody.
Thank you.
He does. And it has to be someone that's good with like cameos.
Yes.
You know, it has to be.
So naturally, great voice, great with cameos. Tyler will be played by Bill Murray in the movie.
Okay. I'm good on my feet. Good on my feet. We know he ad-libbed every line in Caddyshack.
Right. And we'll
he's a big baseball guy.
We'll introduce him by like the most obscure cameo he's ever done too. We'll be like former Zombieland star Bill Murray joining us now.
I actually like that one.
I like that.
Okay, I'll take it. So
the Crossing State Lines movie starring Keanu Reeves, Tom Holland, and got to give you the and credit, and Bill Murray.
There we go. I'll take this one.
Next time we'll have to cast the Small State Big Takes movie because that would be we'll have to get one of the guys on.
Going back to the Office thing, it could be just like threat level midnight, make on the feathers feel about like without. Exactly. I can't sing like Andy, but
that's another good question. Who would do the original song for the movie? That's a good one.
Tessa Roy, just because she would never agree to it.
I don't think. No, she would get Florence and the Machine to do it for us.
That's true.
I'm trying to think who would be a good, because Dave doesn't really like any current act, so we got to get somebody who's like trying to make a comeback. Let's do. You know what? Hootie and the Blowfish. They would do our song.
Okay.
The first Hootie and the Blowfish song in however many years. They're gonna do it. Just like the Counting Crows did the Shrek 2 song. We're gonna get this going.
Okay.
We just need to find a backer. We'll be good.
I like that.
So anyway,
back to me, right?
That's back to you, Tyler. Yep.
Okay, so I'm ad-libbing right here, just like Bill Murray. Favorite public figure that everybody else forgot about? So while you guys think, do you remember Rob Ford, the old mayor of Toronto?
Oh my God, yeah, I do remember Rob Ford.
Dave, do you know about Rob Ford?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, we're like, what's up?
Didn't he die? He passed away, right?
Yeah, I think it was from coke.
Yeah, allegedly
from coke.
On that a lot too.
Favorite? Oh well, I mean, I don't know. Really not a public figure. He's more of an athlete.
So that's a public figure.
Dave will tell you. I was for a couple of months in 2013. I was the biggest Quentin Berry fan in the world. I absolutely loved Quentin Berry. I couldn't find his jersey anywhere. I wanted it so badly. But Dave remembers, right, Dave, how big of a Quentin Berry fan I was. I was so big into Quentin Berry. I loved it.
I do remember that.
I still love him. He's out of the league now, but I still love him.
I'm gonna pick a really obscure athlete here. I'm
Okay.
gonna pick Gigi Datome.
Oh, Dave doesn't love Gigi.
That dude was a legend. You watch him shoot warm-ups, he hits like 50 out of 53s.
Yeah, it's true. He does. Gigi was the man. There was another guy like Gigi too. Another guy with like a. I don't know, maybe I was thinking of. No, I'm thinking of another favorite.
You
Dave.
cut out. I didn't hear that. Anything you just said. So
No?
I know where you're going with it. So we'll move on.
I'm actually not. I was thinking about Vincent Poirier, not late reference.
I knew you were gonna get the name in there. I knew it.
I mean, we are contractually obligated to have a Rafe LaFrance reference in every episode. So that's our deal.
Traded for him for a 6-year contract. He had a 6-year contract at the time. What a disaster!
Do me a huge favor and stop talking about Rafe LaFrance like that, or I'm going to drive up to Stoneham 2 hours and give you a Rafe LaFrance knuckle sandwich. Nah, I won't do that. Rafe LaFrance wouldn't do that. He's a peaceful man.
He probably hurt himself trying to give a knuckle sandwich. That's all he was good for.
Terrible thing to say. Well, you know what? Rafe LaFrance is a former star Celtics player. You know what? So that's all I got.
He's not even star of the G League main Red Claws.
You see, you broke up on me there. I couldn't hear you. Dave, is it you next? I think it's you next.
I believe it is.
Yeah,
okay.
Smart ass over here, not ready.
Okay. Have you guys both seen Big Daddy?
It's been a while, but yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so on the movie they reference lamb and tuna fish as a common combo and everyone says how gross it is. Do you remember that at the court? No. What is a combination of foods that you like that other people would think is disgusting?
That's a good question.
That's a real good question.
Combination.
I'm trying to think. Like, do I do anything that weird? So one that's not weird that people have told me is, but it's really not, chili and mac and cheese. Like that's
delicious.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. So my one non-media job was at a Cracker Barrel, the one down in Coventry, and I remember they had chili one day. I'm like, could you guys mix mac and cheese with that? I thought it was a normal thing. And then a manager and a couple of the waitresses were like, what's wrong with you? And it's like, what's wrong with you?
We don't get a lot of good impressions on this show, but that was one of the best.
Okay. So on my shows on 990 WBOB, I go into so I can only do one actual voice and it's myself, but mocking voices, I can probably do about 40 different tones, I'd say. I don't know. It's not a talent, but it's not a talent.
I will say Cracker Barrel has excellent pancakes.
So I didn't really get the breakfast stuff that much.
Oh, I thought the pancake and the waffle batter all tasted the same. I thought I did.
They don't have waffles at Cracker Barrel. Actually.
Well, they're doing it wrong.
But see, the breakfast is breakfast wherever you go. So I would always get like the lunch and dinner. It was fantastic. I put on so much weight when I worked there. So much weight. I was there for like 3 years. I put on 20 pounds.
I put on so much weight when I went to college. So no, there's also there's points in our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I have a couple. I don't even know if these are weird, but okay. So peanut butter and jelly. I like to put like potato chips in the middle of it.
That's not that weird. Because
it gets a really good salty crunch with the jelly, and it just tastes really good.
A little strange, but okay.
See, I don't find that one to be that weird because you're talking unflavored, just salted potato chips, right?
Yeah, they're like not like barbecue or anything, just like the original.
Yeah, people like their sandwiches crunchy, and it doesn't really add that much taste. I don't see that one as being that odd.
Jake was not a fan. Jake's completely out on my food table.
This guy doesn't like bacon though.
Very much.
I know. Yeah, I'm honestly not that taken aback because you don't like bacon.
Okay.
Or Mexican food.
The Mexican one I get. I'm not a big Mexican guy.
Before you do your next one, Dave, I would say probably the weirdest thing that people look at me about is it's not really a combination. I guess technically is, but
wait, can I guess what you're gonna say?
Okay.
Is it that you eat cereal without milk?
No, but that is a good one too. But that is something actually more people do than I thought. But the thing I was gonna say is I always order grilled cheese with light cheese because I hate a lot of cheese on things, but I like a lot of things with cheese. It's a weird combination. I won't admit that it's normal. I love cheese, but hate when they have too much of it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because it's similar to almost anything. Like if you love something, obviously you kind of load it on, but like grilled cheese, if there's too much cheese, then the bread becomes kind of soggy and there's too much in the middle. Like you need the right amount of cheese.
You have like wet bread, and you just have a ton
Yeah.
of cheese, and you need a good crust on a grilled cheese. If it's a soggy crust, then you're lost. You might as well throw it out.
So
Bread's got to be golden brown.
here's a grilled cheese question: mayo or butter for the outside? Because I used to always do butter. Then like I saw online, it was always like, oh, like mayo is how it comes out like that perfect golden brown, and it's right. Like I swore by butter. Tried mayo once. I don't think I've turned back.
Yeah, I don't like
I
mayo,
like butter.
so I'm all set.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like mayo. I like butter.
Like butter, indeed.
Butter.
Another one, Dave?
Yeah, I'll do one more. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's a good one. What is your ideal broadcast booth of just your favorite broadcasters? If you pick 3 people,
Okay.
so you have a sideline reporter, a
Okay.
color, like a play-by-play, and a color commentary.
Okay. Well, Don Orsillo, A1.
Okay, definitely.
I love Charles Johnson. I love him in the NFL booth. He's great on Madden too. I just love the guy. Just knows so much about the sport, and he's such a great voice to listen to. And a third person, that's where it gets tough.
Would you like any of the, kind of like the Boston sports, like sideline people, or maybe TNT, like Craig Sager?
Oh no, you know what? I'm gonna go Cedric Maxwell. Get Cedric Maxwell from booth for me. I love Cedric. I love him.
Dude, I've done like so many Celtics broadcasts where like Cedric Maxwell is so all over the place.
He is, but I love him. So can you imagine that booth? Don Orsillo, Charles Johnson.
Dude, you need Bill Walton in that booth.
I mean, but the good thing is at least Don Orsillo can kind of like rein in Cedric Maxwell.
He's just gonna be laughing the whole time.
Oh, he's gonna laugh like the pizza throw.
Yeah.
So he's gonna laugh the whole time.
When he laughed, that made me laugh. It was funny.
I love it.
I don't want to steal Jake's answer of Don Orsillo. That is where I was going to go. So I'll go national. I think Jim Nantz is obviously the GOAT when it comes to play-by-play. Color, I kind of gave it away earlier. Like, if Nomar's in that booth, I'm not going away. And then, I'll go local, like how Dave said for the field reporter. I'm going to go former Patriots team reporter Meredith Gorman. Great girl. Very attractive, Meredith. If you're watching, you have my number. She does. Unless she deleted it. She probably deleted it. Yeah, I'll go with that 3.
Hold on. Before Dave goes, I would like to note that I must really love the guy because I fucked his name up. His name is Charles Davis, not Charles Johnson. I'm an idiot. But you knew who I meant. So
we knew who you were talking about.
Good.
All right, so the play-by-play is where it gets me. That's tough. Like I like Orsillo for baseball. Doc Emmerich is one of the best for hockey. And Mike Breen for basketball, I think is fantastic. But I would go. I would go probably Mike Breen. I'd go Mike Breen just to change it up. Joe Buck is great. People hate on him for no reason.
I agree that he gets hate for no reason, but I thought you were going to be like Joe Buck. Like you were going to name all those names, and then I just want to piss off the massive listener base right now.
Everyone's anxious to hear the Joe Buck slander.
Yeah.
I would go Joe Buck.
I don't know. I don't think he's not my favorite, but I also don't understand why people hate him.
Agreed.
I will say Joe Buck's 2013 World Series final out call is fantastic. But his 2007 call is like one of the weakest I've ever heard in my life. The game over, World Series over, Red Sox are champions again.
See, how did none of us put Joe Castiglione in there, though? Like, he's been the Sox broadcaster on EEI for so long. Like, the voice would get a little bit annoying listening to for too long, but, like, let's be real. Can you believe it is probably, like, the most iconic line that there is in sports broadcasting in these parts.
I'm not a fan of Joe Castiglione at all.
Let's
Joe
talk about the
Graham,
iconicness of that line, though. Like,
The Boston
father-
Red Sox are your 2004 World Series champions. Can you believe it?
My father cannot stand Joe Castiglione because his calls are so erratic, and he'll be like, "Oh, it's a deep fly ball to right field, and it's caught by the first baseman right outside the fringe of the infield."
My dad hates that too.
Can I make a hot take? John Sterling sucks.
Yeah, he does.
He sucks.
Yeah,
I've done
I've
done so many Yankees broadcasts, and you guys know I work in radio where he gives so much dead air that they legit have to pump up the crowd noise so that way like there aren't like violations that set off stations to for like silence. Right. So like if there's 30 seconds of silence with the bigger radio stations, every manager gets an alert. If it weren't for the crowd noise, those alerts would probably go out 7-8 times a game. 30 seconds of no talking.
Yeah, I
Sterling
don't like it
sucks.
at all.
All right, so we'll hit the last one for the night. So this is a pretty. I mean, it's open ended, but it's only one answer to it. So here's a question for you guys: you can move to any city in the country. Your rent is covered for when you move there, but you have to commit to living there for the next decade. You cannot leave. You can't move out of there for 10 years. You have to live in this city, town, whatever, for 10 years. But your rent's covered, anything like that. But you have to stay there. Where would you choose? And it can't be where you live now. Can't be where you live now.
Nashville.
Fuck, that was my answer. Shit.
Shouldn't have asked me first.
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have posed the question. Should have texted it to you. How do you do it? But yeah, Nashville's actually my answer. I've never been there. Haven't been there before. Know very little about it, but I've always wanted to go. So 10 years there doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world.
I
agree.
That's so tough because, like, I'm gonna swear for the first time as we're over an hour in. When I was considering going the TV route before I realized this doesn't work on TV, Dave wasn't looking up. He has no clue what I meant, but I was like ready to move to like buttfuck New Mexico or whatever, like wherever there was an opportunity. Like I was willing to go, and that's still the case. So I don't know. Maybe not Boston. The people they're obnoxious in Boston. They're obnoxious in New York.
What about like LA, San Francisco, Phoenix, Dallas, Austin?
Your rent's
Miami?
covered in San Francisco.
Okay. Nancy Pelosi is my rep, though.
Fair.
This is the hardest question. Yeah, like this is not Detroit, not Baltimore.
We all know you're gonna pick Bismarck, so just get on with it and pick Bismarck.
I'm going to Sioux Falls.
Is Sioux Falls? Yeah, you could go to Topeka and live in Kansas.
I could. I
country.
could.
Middle of the country. You're right in the middle.
Underrated. Go Denver.
I think I'm gonna go Buffalo and just enjoy the table jumping life, table dive life. I could use like a few bruises on my body. As you guys remember, I haven't hurt myself or broken anything in my apartment in like 12 hours now. So I think Buffalo would be the best way to go at it. Make up for less time,
All right. Whatever you say. Well, everybody say goodbye to the stream because I'm going to end it before we end the episode.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I look forward to part 2 when we make a movie.
Of course. And Tyler, where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, so Twitter at Tyler Salk. You could find everything that I do right there.
Perfect. And I'm at Jacob_Morocco, the podcast, SCSL podcast. Dave, you are at David_Albiani.
Correct.
Still? Perfect. All right.
Correct.
And go find all of our stuff there. All of our episodes are, at least the past 15, 20 of them are on Spotify right now. We're also on Anchor. Go listen there. And we will see you. Well, this is coming out later in the week after Jeopardy, but I guess we'll see you on Jeopardy. I guess whatever, you know what I mean. But we'll talk to you soon. That ended the episode. Let me end the broadcast.